Well, hi everyone. Is that how you want? My name is Hope Dittis, and I'm going to be asking my mom some questions about how she feels on things since I came out to her that I'm gay. Right?
I don't even need the intro. Okay, well, so you explained it. We're asking you questions. Well, some of the questions are for me too.
Okay.
Or both of us.
But
Just
if
about-
you can answer them easier, you can answer them.
Okay. We haven't practiced any of this.
No.
Okay, so let's start out with why we're making this video. Why do you think we're making this video, Mom?
Well, because you want people that are out there that are struggling in the same way that you struggled for so long. You want to help them.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to try to help people to understand there is difference. And it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. And also that I think in places like I grew up, like here, it's not talked about or people aren't comfortable talking about it. And it just takes someone to start the conversation. That's how
Right.
that's how you normalize things, is by talking about it and not making it awkward.
Yeah.
Basically. This question's for me. So when and how did you know? This is kind of a hard question because when it's like growing up, I always kind of felt there was something different. Like I always felt like I didn't like look at myself and say, oh, I'm gay. Like in high school, I definitely had those thoughts, and then I kind of like pushed into the back of my head, like, no, like you just haven't found the right guy, stuff like that. And then when I moved away to go to school and stuff, I kind of allowed myself to start thinking that way. So I guess when I truly was just like, when I truly know was when I left to go to school after I graduated high school. How? I never had those kind of feelings for a guy, you know. And I didn't really understand it for a long time, and I thought it was such an awful thing, and everybody kind of, I don't know, I kind of thought that it just like was something so terrible. Struggled a lot with that, like with myself, thinking that it was just all
That it was wrong.
Like all the thoughts I was having and the feelings I was having was all wrong. But you get over that. It just takes some time. Surround yourself with good people. Were you ever suspicious that I was gay?
No.
Not even a little bit?
No.
It was a complete shock.
Yeah.
Have you seen any changes in me since I came out?
You're more confident in yourself.
That is for sure. I think confidence is huge.
Big time.
Happiness, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a big one.
But the happiness is totally still not all there.
No, it's not.
Because you're still worried on...
Well, the
You're
thing is...
still deep down worried about acceptance from certain people.
Yeah, of course. And that's always a thing. The thing about coming out is, like, now I'm, like, basically fully out. I mean, I'm sure there's people that don't know, but if you have me on social media, I've made it completely known at this point. But the thing that people don't understand is you can come out like that, but every single new person that you meet, it's like a new person you have to come out to, and there's always that possibility that they're not going to accept you fully, and that's just kind of, that's scary. It's like a scary situation to be in no matter what.
But you say that, but in actuality, even straight people, even if I meet a stranger, I still worry about whether they're going to like me or not too.
Yeah.
Or accept me.
Exactly.
So it's kind of, you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm
Right.
saying there? I know it's hard, a little more. It's more entailed.
Yeah,
for you.
everybody is nervous in meeting new people for the fact that they could not accept you for anything, for how you look.
Right.
But like, it's just like, I don't know. It's taken so much energy just to tell the people that I have told that are important to me that I'm sick of having to use that energy to tell other people. And so it's kind of like now I'm just gotten to the point where I'm pretty much comfortable in myself to just say it. And it's like, if you don't like it, then like either let's sit down and have a conversation about it and see if I can change your mind, or then it's just like you need to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it has to be. Have you changed since I came out?
No.
I don't think so either.
No.
I think you see things differently in that way. As in, we've had conversations, because just like a lot of people, you don't really know how the person coming out feels. So I think that conversation changed you a little bit. It kind of changed your perspective on coming out and things like that and what people have to go through sometimes. But my coming out process, by all means, went pretty well. Has our relationship changed?
No.
No, we're still the same.
Yeah.
Crazy people.
Yeah.
I don't think anything has changed. I haven't felt any changes. If anything, we're closer.
Yeah, I don't think anything that...
I feel closer just because you know 100% who I am.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't think any of my kids could do anything that would make my feelings change from...
Yeah.
Regardless. Yeah.
In what ways, if any, do you fear my safety? That's kind of the crazy question, because in general, whether I was gay or not, you'd probably fear my safety no matter what.
I do. In society nowadays, I do.
Yeah.
Especially when you're alone and where you live now. And I guess I shouldn't say I worry about you that way, but I worry about how other people that don't believe in it and don't understand it or accept it, how they will treat you.
Mm-hmm.
That's my biggest fear.
Mm-hmm.
That is my biggest fear.
It definitely can be scary, especially with some of the things that have happened, like the
Yeah.
You know.
I believe that how do I say it? I don't have a right to judge anyone on how they live and what their life is like and the choices they make, as long as they are not affecting my life.
As long as they're not hurting others.
Right. I don't believe I have a right to judge them or to question what they are doing, because then that turns around, they have a right to question what I'm doing on a daily basis and what choices I make.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have a right to do that. I don't think anybody did, you know.
Yeah. I definitely... It's scary sometimes, but I would be scared either way, whether I was gay or straight, right now, just because of how
That's
society
true.
is.
Yeah.
Since I've came out, have you ever wished that I was straight?
No, I guess I haven't thought about it. I haven't.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely did for a long time, just because it would have been way easier. But now I'm like, it's, you know. It's
I don't have to deal with what you have to deal with. So
yeah.
In that aspect, I would like it to be different for you so that you wouldn't have to deal with the things that you're going to have to deal with now and down the road.
Yeah. That makes sense. Do you think it'll be awkward for you when I bring a girl home someday?
Yes, just like it would be awkward when you bring a boy home. You know how I am, though.
Yeah.
It won't. It'll be... Like I said, you're just experiencing things too, and you're just learning.
Mm.
And you've held this in and had those feelings and you know, I am just now
Yeah.
getting that, and
Yeah.
it'll be awkward, but I won't ever treat anyone differently or say you can't bring them home or be, you know, rude.
Yeah.
I would never do that.
It's an adjustment.
Yeah, but it would be an adjustment too if you brought a guy home and said, well, he's sleeping in my bedroom tonight. I'd shit my pants. The same, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to be any...
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. Well, it should be that way. It shouldn't look at it.
It'll be
differently.
awkward, but it'll be, it's something that, I mean, we all have to grow and change and get used to it.
Mm-hmm. For me, I don't think it'll be awkward unless people make it awkward.
Yeah.
Like, if someone makes it awkward, then I'm gonna be like, eh, but I feel like I'll be fine, but that's because I've known that person, and that would be your first meeting type of deal.
Yeah.
So, what do you have to say to parents who are struggling with the fact that their child is gay?
That's a hard question for me. Because everyone deals with things differently and deals with the news differently and deals with and processes things differently.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a hard question. It is, but it isn't.
Yeah.
For the fact that the only thing that I can say is each parent, I feel, should have that love and compassion and acceptance in them for their child, regardless of who they are and the choices they make. You may not like those choices, you may not agree with those choices, but that's their life.
Yeah.
And as a parent, we're there to guide and to help you and to teach you, but my number one priority is to be there for you and hope that you're happy and to love you. That's the only thing I can tell them.
Yeah. I guess from my perspective,
And to listen, not to interrupt you, but to listen.
yeah, to listen. So I think a lot of parents, when their kid tells them things like this, they almost react immediately, but they don't try to process it at all.
Mhm.
And so I think understanding that your kid's coming to you and they're literally telling you who they are, like,
You have to
you
listen.
have to sit and just try and process it before you react. And even if you have to tell them, you know, I don't really have a whole lot to say to you right now, I need some time to process this. And I personally, when I came out to anybody, including you, going in, I was like, they might need time. It took me, 18 years to get comfortable with myself.
It's going to take other people
so
time too.
it might take other people time to understand all of that too, and also ask questions. I was open, I felt like, to answer any questions. But yeah, it's not worth throwing away a relationship with a child. It's
No.
not worth, like, you should just love them for,
Regardless.
yeah,
It's unconditional.
yeah. It's who they are. Nothing changes that. Their personality's the same. They're the same kid. But they're just telling you a part of them that they've been uncomfortable with. It's
And
kind of your
scared.
job to comfort them,
Right.
help them through it.
And sometimes the way I felt, in a way you kind of want to react sometimes to, how do I say it, because you just said that it's our job to, not our job, but it's as a parent to be there to comfort them and to help them, but then you think back, I didn't see that, and you struggled. So as a parent, it hit me hard that I did not see that and you were struggling all that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm dealing with that too.
Right.
At that reaction too, it's like, holy crap! I
Like,
didn't
how
see
did you
that.
never know?
How did I not see that? How did I let that? And that's what killed me the most, was knowing that you struggled and held that in, and were hurting that much, and I didn't know that. And then we were close, and I had my thumb in. I mean, I didn't just let you run and just let you
Yeah.
go. I was there all the time,
Yeah.
and I didn't see it.
It's
And so that was a big a reaction. I had to immediately calm my. And I never told you that. I had to tell myself, don't freak out. Don't do that. Don't. You got to stop and think about it.
because at that point it's not necessarily about the person you're telling, it's about the person that's telling you.
Right.
And so,
Yeah.
but it's definitely something you need to talk about. But yeah, I see where you're coming from. But it's never your fault. Like, I didn't feel as though I wasn't ever going to be accepted by you. It's the fact that I had to accept myself before I could tell anybody else. Like,
And I don't think there's any fault on anybody for that.
No.
It's just it
takes time.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for somebody who is struggling with their sexuality or struggling to come out?
Well, actually, we just got done answering that question.
Yeah, give yourself time.
Give yourself time, be very open, find someone you can talk to.
Yeah, find something you can talk to. Also, there's all these labels, and like, it's like if you're struggling with your sexuality and you tell somebody that, it's like they expect you to label yourself right away. And so don't mess with labels. It doesn't matter. Just be
figure it out on your own and don't let anyone tell you.
Yeah, it gets better. I think that's it.
I think that, going back to that though, you're number one person. You had good friends, and you had a very good friend that you could talk to.
Yes.
So,
shout out to Stevie.
Yes. You have to have always trust in your friend, and
find a person that you can talk to about anything. And
you've got a very good circle of friends, though.
I do.
And
I do. I was very lucky. There's a lot of people that have really traumatic experiences when coming out, and mine, I have to say, was...
Most of your family.
I was overwhelmed with the amount of people that were...
Most of your family and friends, all of your friends.
Yeah, I haven't had really anybody that's been good.
Yeah, and your brothers have been very good.
Yeah. So, just have a good support system.
Yes, and always reach out.
Yeah, and if you're not in that safe place to do so, it's hard for me to give advice to somebody that'd be in a unstable place, but it's just,
there's all those hotlines that you can call.
Yeah, you have so many people,
out.
And family's not always just blood, so just surround yourself with people that will love you no matter what.
And talk.
Yeah, stop holding stuff in.
Communication. I wish you, communication. Yeah.
Anything else you gotta add?
No. I'm good. You're good?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Always been good. Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too.
See? That's good. We did good.
Advice.